Devotional service can also be divided into the practice sadhana bhakti, where one is performing his duties under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master. And there may not be necessarily any real attraction, but he understands philosophically that this is the right thing to do. And so he's engaged in that. And then as he reaches higher stage, as Srila Rupa Goswami describes, he comes to the level of ruchi. Ruchi means taste. And the distinction there is that instead of doing his duties because he's been ordered to do them, but now he's doing the duties in addition to because he knows they should be done, but because he really enjoys them, he has a taste for them. And the example that Prabhupada often gives is, in the beginning he doesn't necessarily have a taste for getting up early, so early in the morning. But after some time he does. He likes getting up early in the morning. He likes chanting. He likes fasting on the Ekadashis. He likes all the activities of devotional service. They're appealing to him. So he's gotten the taste. And that taste goes further, becomes attraction, and finally it becomes bhava, or ecstasy, and finally prema. The ultimate perfection is love of Krishna. So this whole process of bhakti yoga is to increase our love for Krishna, to increase our love for God. That's what it's all about. In the material world, everything is meant for trying to increase the sense gratification of the person who's acting. And that's a failed, for sure a failed program, because sense gratification doesn't satisfy the soul in any way, shape, or form. You can try sense gratification this way on the heavenly planets, or under the water, in the fish species, or in the earth, but there's no pleasure there for the soul, because the soul can only be satisfied when he's engaged in loving activities that are centered around pleasing Krishna. Krishna is the supreme lovable object. He's the reservoir of all pleasure. And we simply cannot be satisfied with anything else. And some of us realize this at a certain point in our attempts in this lifetime, for example, that I'm trying to get pleasure, but it's not working, it's not coming as much as I would like. There's a little bit of pleasure. Vidyapati, the poet, has described on the desert. There may be a drop of water. If someone drops a drop of water when you're on the desert, it doesn't give you any relief, it's too hot. So that's material pleasure. We actually want a whole ocean of pleasure, but we're getting only a drop of water, and we're not satisfied. And so, frustrated, we continually go on trying again and again in different ways to get pleasure, but it doesn't work. But bhakti yoga works very easily. Rajabi, that word is used. It's very easily performed. Sukham kartamavayam. Just by engaging in devotional service, even in the beginning, it may be somewhat, sometimes there's a criticism that it's a mechanical, or maybe just kind of being done not necessarily with any love or anything, but just because I'm supposed to, in a rote way, learn this and understand it and repeat it, and then I'll make some progress. But that's also pleasurable, because those activities of chanting the names of God, or the glories of the Lord, or the glories of the devotees, or any of these pastimes, they're blissful and happy also, as well as being fulfilling and purifying, they have all the other pleasures come along gradually. And if there's any delay, then Rupa Goswami tells us to go on. Utsahan nishayat dharyat tatat karma pavartana. Sangatyagat satovate shadvir bhakti urvinash. CJT. That just go on with faith and enthusiasm, determination. I'm going to continue with this process, no matter how difficult it is or how long it takes. There's no question of worrying about how long it takes. You have unlimited time available, but because time is so valuable, it's a good idea to give it our best effort. In this life, there was a saying, there was a kind of a slogan, they were selling some hair coloring when I was young. They said, if I have one life to live, let me live it as a blonde. That was a very popular concept. But anyway, if I have one life to live, let me live it as a devotee. But even, I don't just have one life, I have eternal life. So there's no stoppage. So might as well use it all for Krishna. And then that's the perfection of life. Thank you.